Okay, so now we're going to be talking about Gaming Commission's ban on celebs actually endorsing products coming out from that industry and its effects as well on celebrities. Now, recently, Shatawale also reacted in a video that he posted when he was relaxing in his room. Indicated that he was at a loss as to why such an action would be taken. Now, he said when FDA banned some celebs from advertising for alcoholic drink companies, of course, some celebrities didn't seem bothered. Now, he has added that the latest ban was going to affect a lot of actors, musicians, and many people in the creative arts industry. Well, let's hear what he had to say.
We just sit down with these creative arts people. We just sit down with. They ban alcohol, celebrities from advertising for alcohol. They don't worry anybody because somebody's, in the no sign am song. We there around and they say bets. People with celebrities with the advertise for bets. If you don't advertise for bets, just bet games again. Bad man, make we wake up. We're so sad. Maybe no go affect me, but it go affect most of us. No be for musicians, actors, anybody within the creative arts. You go worry that person. Wake up, Ghana. Wake up. Sometimes if I sit and watch the way we did one of things, Charlie, it is so sad. So sad, our industry.
So sad, he says, our industry. He says he would not be affected, but he feels for his fellow musicians, actors, and other persons in the creative arts industry. Also, DKB and George Quay had a conversation on this. Let's hear what he had to say.
Celebrities shouldn't promote t-shirts because it will encourage children to steal money to go and buy t-shirts. Celebrities cannot promote Kambu because it will encourage the children to... No, look, I'm very pissed off.
DKB.
I'm very pissed off.
Your pissed off is at the wrong place. Hold on. At the wrong time.
Okay. It's at the right place at the right time. So they should take everything away from us. They should take it away.
My point is very simple.
I bought, before you talk, I bought apetition for my mother. More than 15 years. I never tasted it. Because when you bring it home, they ask you to do gapoha. You know gapoha? Yeah, gapo. When you say ha and the alcohol smells, they will slap you, you die. I bought apetition for my mother so many times. How come I'm not a driver? You think you're responsible for your responsible parents?
It is very unfortunate. So, organization sorry for whatever reason, then they pass a law. What's a FDA? And I still don't get it. Most say you cannot put a billboard within 200 meters of a school. Is that not the
same meters?
Do you know the number of bars we see on the road? Do you know the number of billboards we drive by on the road? So one, that law is flawed in the first place. Number two, you tell me it's a DKB, or let's even forget DKB, and Ekuma Mama Zimbi, who does a sex show that children are not listening. And Ekuma Mama Zimbi cannot advertise alcoholic beverage because Ekuma Mama Zimbi appeals to children. If you are a parent and your child is looking at Ekuma Mama Zimbi, you are responsible.
Yes.
However, if I see a funny face advertise an alcoholic beverage, because he is the one who has declared himself children president. So a funny face has no right advertising an alcoholic beverage. However,
not advertise
a DKB should be able to. Who played Fifi? Fabel also and now Esamini who played Jaishi no Peteshi. You are telling me he cannot advertise an alcoholic beverage. Meanwhile, and then Gaming Commission should say you cannot advertise betting. But one can say betting should be banned totally because they make money from there.
Yes.
If betting is banned, they will not generate revenue. Yes. But what say a DKB cannot. Now so somebody who is not a celebrity, who is not popular, can advertise gaming. So the question is, what did you achieve?
So if the person advertises the gaming and becomes popular,
thank you very much. That is the question.
And the person advertising, the children will not hear the person.
What is the
so if you advertise that,
I don't get it.
To achieve what?
They hate celebrities. I'm putting it clear.
But DKB, hold on. They hate. No. I don't see that.
How do you understand it? They hate celebrities.
Hold on. You have all the time. I'm going. Pounds. The problem is this. It is the thinking behind it. What can I say? Into any DKB, echo advertising some strong energy drink beer. It is okay. But you know the sad part, that energy drink will kill our children quicker than the alcohol you say you should not advertise. That sugar that you think is okay, you're endorsing, you should go and advertise and sell to the kids and they will be fine and everything. And not maybe time. Because in alcohol, cheng beds, no, or cheng, whatever, alcohol now, because you see, in the case of alcoholism, it is a matter of responsibility.
You've made so much points.
La Palm Casino, would an underage child be allowed into the casino?
Yes.
No way.
Let me ask you a simple question.
Yes, sir.
What do you think the celebrities can do with this?
Oh, they won't do anything. But that's been the problem.
What should be
Come together. Come together. Do you know the power you have as celebrities in this country? Do you know the power they have? So FDM said, I sat on radio, I spoke. I even wrote a letter, nobody minded.
How do you want to start?
How do they? They are the ones who should come together.
Because
this is the time.
Do you know there are juice drinks with sweet components which are not glucose? Some are sucrose and dextrose. Children are consuming.
The drinks will kill our children.
Children have, you know the monosodium.
I didn't do science.
Oh, I Bachelor of Science, I agree. Monosodium compounds, very dangerous for the heart and also the liver. It's in foods children are consuming, but they'll tell you that it's in negligible quantities. RDA quantity, recommended daily allowance. These are things that would kill the children.
Well, so you heard it for yourself. A lot of arguments in there, left and right jabs, opinions all flying about. The question is, what is going to be done about it? I'll be jumping onto a conversation on a call with Mimi and Danny as well in a couple of minutes. I think we should just get on here with her now. Mimi, good morning. Do I have her on the line now? Mimi? Hello?
Hello?
Mimi, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
I hope you slept well. Had a good night, didn't you?
I'm good.
Surviving the new directive coming from FDA. And I know, well, personally, your company has been, engaged or has engaged a few of, or a particular betting company, and you've had to also engage celebrities to also help try and promote and push, or market the product. Mm-hmm. What does this ban do to you, or what do you have to say about it?
Hello?
Yes.
What has this ban done? What?
Yeah. What does it do to you in terms of your business, and what do you have to say about this new directive from Gaming Commission?
In terms of our business, well, for us as agencies, agencies can always look for new strategies to still achieve the same thing that the clients want. So not necessarily our agency, but it's like any other agency working for any other betting company can re-strategize. So for us, it's not really like a big deal, but it's a big deal we are worried about creative. And I double as a creative and also somebody who works in an agency. Do you understand? So It's like I'm in the middle somewhere. I'm affected as a creative because first it was FDA and now it is Gaming Commission. So what do you want creatives to do in these times where Corona has taken over? First of all, we can't be in a crowd to organize events. We can't do anything. Musicians are not getting gigs. They are relying on downloads. How much download do people make? How much streaming do people do? And all of that. So if they can actually make money just by sitting home online and being influencers and activating somebody's product online, that one, you've come to take it from them. What do you want from creative? What do you want from creative?
Who did you engage in your on your promotional strategy? Which persons did you engage?
We engaged like how many people? More than 20 celebrities. More than 20, and we were now coming to do a part 2 of another batch. We've been contracted to find about 50 influencers.
Were they already?
The part 1, yes. And then we were about to do the part 2.
In the part 1, were they paid already?
Of course. Everybody is paid. But they were not prepaid. But everyone is paid. Everyone is paid. All the celebrities have their money. But then the betting company can't get the job done because this is from the government. It's a government agency, so everybody has to adhere to it. So they back down.
So what happens to now that probably part cash has been advanced and now this directive has come in? What happens? Do you have any plan on how you intend to go about this?
All right. So for us, we are just an agency that works for the client. So everything we do is based on the client's directive. So as we speak now, we are waiting for clients to tell us what to do next. For us, clients has engaged us to look for other strategies to achieve the same aim. So that is what, as an agency, we are doing. However, with respect to the celebrities, we're still the clients that we should hold on. They're still engaging Gaming Commission. So we are just waiting on clients' directive as I speak to you.
Mimi, what do you think is the reason for FDA? I mean, since you are in there, what do you think is the reason for FDA deciding to, bring this directive? Gaming Commission, I beg your pardon.
I don't know why they did that, but I probably think that because a lot of kind of A-lister celebrities and musicians were involved, so it was more of the masses are now going to see it. So they probably thought that since such a person is involved, okay, I think that a particular person or a particular person might have triggered them because we were doing it online. Normally, we didn't have any problem until certain persons started showing faces. So they probably thought that these persons have too much following. And therefore, if these persons are involved as influencers, then probably they will drag a lot more of you. That is what I think, but it's just a speculation. But from everything, I just think that it's one or two. I think Shatawale and Wendy Shane's adverts, I think gingers them because Shatta has too many youth following him. So I think that is what triggered them. I'm not sure. But basically, we were already doing it. And why did they give the client this directive way before the client engaged the agency? I don't know why they are now coming to. And then everybody is affected, not just one betting company. All of other celebrities that were not signed to our client are signed to other betting companies. So everyone is serious. So it's like a general thing. And they are also serious from the fact that it started from FDA. That even hurts them more. So it's like, right now, what should they do? People are losing their jobs.
Interesting. Well, Mimi, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Really appreciate your time, and we'll
Thank
definitely be in touch.
me.
Yeah, we'll be in touch with you on this subject as well as it moves on. Okay, so yes, I've been talking to Mimi. Team, I'm sure you also heard. I'm going to come to you in just a few minutes. We can give a reaction on this. Mark Darlington, CEO and founder of Black Culture Music, and also doubles as manager for Reggie and Bowley and Screwface as well, also on the line with me. Good morning, Mark. How are we doing?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm fine too. Now, I mean, you're an industry person, and already creative arts industry is taking a very heavy punch when it comes to some of these sources of revenue being taken away from us. What is your take on this directive from Gaming Commission?
Okay. For me, it's a bit difficult because the celebrities or the musicians who would have been endorsing these companies are going to lose out on a lot of money. But if you look at what the FDA is saying as well, betting and all over the world, it's quite addictive. So they think they're taking a step in the right direction. But I am coming from a different angle. And I've said it over and over again, and I did a few posts, I think, yesterday, when these campaigns were going on social media. You see, COVID has really exposed us as an industry, if we can call it that way. And to see, seasoned artists and musicians fighting this cause, well, they are fighting their corner because there's no money coming in. And this is where my issue is. What they've been when they realize the systems are not in place and those in place are not working. And we've got people in places that do not even understand how these systems work for the benefits of these creators. I'm a music person, so I'll talk from the music perspective.
Yeah.
endorsements are just an extra bonus as a music creator. You understand? So endorsements come on board as an extra income. Your main income should be from the music that you are actually producing. Here in Ghana, our sort of royalty system is almost non-existent, because if someone can produce a song and it is a hit on radio and they are being paid 120 Ghana for 6 months use of the song, then we are joking as an industry. Look at it this way. Ghana has one of the highest number of radio stations around the world compared to other comparatively similar countries around the world. And if I put money into music, pay to promote it, pay to do a music video, 20,000, 30,000, and I'm not getting the money from the use of my music, because whether we like it or not, most of these institutions, like the bars, the clubs, the radio, the TV, they have a business because of the music. It is the content that we as creatives or musicians or right holders produce that gives them a business. You understand?
Yeah.
So if the creative is not getting money, this is what will happen. They'll be fighting for. I'm not saying endorsement is a bad thing. It's a very good thing and an added bonus, which I subscribe to any form of endorsement as long as it's in the positive light. Yes. But that should not be our main focus. Our main focus now is to push our institutions and government institutions, giving these people the mandate to operate, to make sure that the creative is getting what is due.
Let me ask you this question real quick before I come back to my in-studio guests. Now, we look at the effects of alcohol and its effect on abuse, if I can say that, on the young generation. And I mean, it creates a sense of worry when you see young boys, drinking excessively, probably because of an influence of a message coming from a celebrity.
Yes, someone they look up to. Yes.
Then now we've also been seeing videos of people who have been placing bets and losing, and it's like if you visit all these sports betting outlets, you see young people heavily engaged in
it is terrible.
Yes, in betting. Doesn't this create a reason for the Gaming Commission to look at some of the people who influence them most to be part of this? Do you think that's probably the reason why they're raising the concern?
Yeah, they have every right to raise that concern. And I've seen what that does to people. I'm based in the UK usually, and I've seen what it does to people. I'm also a health professional as my main profession, so I see how bad it affects people. I've seen people that have lost millions of pounds to betting. They've lost their homes, they've lost their families. So it's not a joke thing. It's very addictive, just like any other drug. So yeah, FDA have a right, but I think how they go about it is what we should look at. I think in other countries, what they do is they've got the watershed times where you can advertise some of these products. Maybe I think it's after 9 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. when they know the kids will not be up and watching it. Those are the only times.
That's another conversation for another time. If it gets there, I'm sure it will be worse off than the complete ban. But you raise a point on this royalties issue as well. Can't musicians fight these two bans? I mean, fight the ban and then fight for royalties.
Effort, the same effort they are using in fighting this FDA. If they had used the same effort to fight to ensure, because it is their intellectual property, and using it without paying properly, it is theft. Just like going to steal someone's stuff in their home. And I would have loved that these guys would put in the same effort to campaign to ensure that the institutions that are responsible the government...
You feel it's a misplaced priority?
It is for me, because if the systems are working, you're making... Check, even South Africa and other countries, they are making a lot of money from the use of their music on radio, TV. There is synchronization right here, publishing deals that are being done. This is where the big money is. Endorsement comes as an extra bonus. It's like they are forgetting the product they are selling, which is the music they are creating, and chasing our money because they don't see the value in what they do. That's what I think. Because if you see the value in what you do, you'll fight for the right to get the correct or the right remuneration that you're supposed to get. And when the endorsements come in, they are an extra, so it doesn't affect you as it is affecting now. None of the structures are working properly in Ghana in terms of music.
I'll take reactions from my in-studio guests as well shortly, but thank you so much, Mark, for joining us this morning. Well, Mark is the CEO and founder of Black Culture Music and also manager for Reggie and Bowley and Screwface as well. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me say good morning to George Quay as well. George sent me a message, and good morning to Frank of Quay Republic. How you doing, my brother? George sent me a message. He said I should read it out to you guys. He said, George Quay. He says, very soon, ECG will ban our celebs from switching on lights in their homes. And they will say the ban is to teach kids about conservation of energy. George, you might know the... Please, so what do we make of this situation now? I mean, I want to even ask who qualifies to be popular or a celebrity?
Jay, so long as the society accepts you there.
Jay, can I step in?
Yeah, okay, let me start off with
start with me because my heart is boiling. By the time you go around
but I need to play the devil's advocate and also understand why FDA. So I'll have counter reactions to what you say. So we can have a fair balance.
Oh yeah, of course it's fair. I mean, I understand. But let me say good morning to KOD. Yeah, enough respect. 1957. Creativity.
Yeah,
at its best. Let me also say good morning to George Quay. Charlie, you see this issue, I just read through the gaming commission's, the regulations. And I've realized, even though I know that these people actually, control, let's say, part of the entertainment and most of the fun activities in Ghana. So they are telling me that we cannot endorse betting companies. Okay. FDA also said we cannot endorse beverages. Alcoholic beverages. Thank you. You see, I think the state government need to get involved because these are state institutions. And these people will do a lot of damage to NPP. I'm taking it to the angle where I'm not sure that government has considered whoever is the leader, whoever is the CEO of Gaming Commission is doing a lot of harm to NPP as we speak.
As a sitting government?
Yes, as a sitting government. How do you allow a gaming commissioner to sit down? The commissioner of gaming commission, whatever his name is, the chief executive, gaming commissioner commission, whoever it is. How do you expect him to make laws like this in this time where we are empowering creative arts, bro? As I speak with you, we are going for creative art for more campaign. We are launching it on the 21st. That's next week with the top hierarchy of NPP, and you have this law just passed. How do we go and defend NPP? With these laws.
Let me ask you. So none of us here speak on any facts or data. We speak on speculation.
We don't need any facts because the thing is already in town, Jay. We don't need facts.
Do we see? Can we probably assess the impact of betting?
It is all it is not necessary. Jay, you know something? Wait, let me tell you something. We are not going to go into the details of the issue. This is our job. Yesterday, Bullet foolishly. No. I'm coming. I'm making references. Please allow me. See, when unintelligent people like Bullet speak and tells creatives like myself that we don't have a job, that is where you see that our colleagues are stupid. Because when you speak like this at your one another, then you are sending a signal that we are not working. When a fool like Bullet says that a creative person like me, I don't have a job. I'm coming.
Let's focus on
a creative person
conversation.
I'm doing a connecting issue because when you speak on radio, they hear creative people saying that their colleagues don't have a job.
But your response as well is being heard, so we would want to.
So I'm telling him that anytime he opens his mouth to speak, that hole he calls mouth, he should speak knowledge because when you speak, it gets to the high top. Now I'm coming.
We will take
it's a connecting effect.
Yeah, we will take insult out.
No, the insult. It's not an insult. I mean, these are truth. You cannot say that
but we'll take it out because if we are saying that they are listening.
I only
to us,
brought him in. It was a passing comment, so he deserves.
We'll move away from that.
I have to correct what he said yesterday because if you tell me, it's like me telling Shatawale that or telling Stonewall that doesn't have a job. You understand?
We'll move away from that.
You are not intelligent.
Okay, well,
let me come to the issue.
Let's speak to our issue.
I expect the leadership of NPP. I'm going straight to the point. I expect the leadership of NPP to call the Gaming Commission's leadership to order. Because see, in Ghana, we are very humble and our upbringing is different. So you have our people only speaking. In some countries, you saw what happened in Nigeria, the NSAS. You see how the whole country took to the street. Today, SARS is no more. We don't expect Ghanaians, the creatives. We are not saying that we are going to take to the street because we are in election year. You understand? It is not a good look to step in the street and start to demonstrate against FDA and Gaming Commission. We are not interested in the details. We are not interested. This is our work. This is what we do. It's our livelihood. Wherever they sit is their work also. Whatever it is that they have to regulate, it shouldn't affect our job. Because as we speak, creative art is on the rise. It has become the major talk point of politics this year. Tell me if I'm lying. You understand? So how can you sit down there, Jay? You have to let me land because we are making an appeal. You understand? We're making an appeal to government. NPP leadership should get involved. I am an NPP man, and I don't want to feel bad about my party because of the Gaming Commission director, because of his salary. Because to protect his salary, then he's going to kill our job. No. We don't support this, and we don't expect to say that creative should step on the street or go on the street and start demonstrate. And we are not interested in the details. I don't want to know the detail. All I know is that you are taking the food out of our mouth. When we bet, when I was growing up, Chacha, I've known Chacha from I was a child. Dicing, we throw dice, we play spa, even draft. We play draft, we bet on cash. I never became a gambler. It's how you're brought up. You understand? We live in a society where we see prostitutes on the road. How many of our sisters are prostitutes? It's not because they stand on the road, it will influence on other people. These are all personal behaviors. You understand? So don't tell me that if a stone boy endorses bet, or if a Wendy Shea or whoever endorses bet company, it will influence the kids. This is absolute nonsense.
I will take that statement and I want us to delve deep into it. A message came in from George. He says, once upon a time, Ghana's darling actor David Donto had the biggest betting advert on radio and TV. And for the biggest betting company in Ghana, the Department of National Lotteries is, where he mentions, now, is there any record to indicate that kids were influenced to patronize Lotto by that ad? Now, has the Gaming Commission shared any facts or figures? What informed this decision, and how did they arrive at this? There's more as well.
You see, the next thing you will see that NDC will say that we will allow the celebrities to endorse bets. Then we are in problem. The next thing, NDC will write on this.
I take a reaction on this.
The NDC will write on this, and that is what I'm trying to avoid. NDC will take this as a bite. I'm telling you, they will go and renew their manifesto. The next thing you hear is that, when we come, we will allow celebrities to bet. Then we are in problem. I'm telling you, Sadiq is here. He will send that signal.
Let's go into what I really want to ask.
I don't want NDC to win. NDC should not win.
I want to ask questions in regards to. I asked Mr. Lodge the same thing. Let me ask you, Premier, as well. Now, we see the number of young people who claim they don't have money, they don't have jobs, yet they are able to bet heavily, and we see videos come up and people. Yes, I mean, I'll say it. Yes, I've engaged myself in one of the betting platforms before to see how it works. I made some cool songs on the side, but I lost more than even.
It's because of. And you see, if you read the regulations of the...
Isn't it a growing concern?
I think if you read the regulation that they brought out, you realize that at a point they said in the advertisement that people run, they shouldn't create the impression that gaming or betting gives fortune. So I think probably it's out of that perception that may make a lot of people who don't have money feel, it's a luck thing, make a try. If I blow, I will get money or whatever. So that one, I think, based on the instructions they brought or the regulations they brought, it has really addressed it. But like Judge Quay beautifully said, everybody loved that advert. Why is the Lotto doctor not rich? Because he's a good Samaritan, that's all. And I think that was a beautiful advert David Donto did those times. I mean, but we've only read this whole thing from Gaming Commission. I've not really heard them
speak about it.
Yes, and it's a shame. If they are listening to us and they've decided to play the silent game, it's a shame. Because it's the time that we need all the elaborations, all the explanations to make it better to our understanding. Who knows, maybe they could be coming from a certain point that if we hear them, we may conform to whatever that they are saying. But for them to sit there and play the silence game, I think in times like this, it's not fair and it's disrespectful to the, in quote, celebrities whom they are actually.
We don't need explanation, Premier. We don't need explanation.
Sadiq, I want to ask you.
I'm not even.
Okay, sorry. All right, sorry.
Papa, logic.
We don't need explanation.
It's okay.
No
You don't
details.
need- it's okay.
No details, no explanation.
okay, you said
NDC
yes.
will ride on this agenda. I'm telling you,
NDC said
actually,
that if you got to
when
say this.
NDC said they were going to legalize Okada, did you see how many times I've been monitoring Okada people? Because I need to make a case that it will help us. You understand? No, we didn't say we'll legalize.
You-
it.
it's
We
okay.
didn't say-
Okay,
We said
okay,
it will
okay.
upgrade.
Logic,
It will have to
yeah,
a video. We didn't say that.
Yes, sir.
Premier, finish up for me.
You see, Jay, I feel all these things that Gaming Commission is doing, we should look at the root of the matter. And the root of the matter is that I've consistently sat on this show and complained that when it comes to Ghana, especially me, I'll say Ghana because this is where we live. When it comes to our music, when it comes to our movies, both the young and adult consume the same product, and that is a big problem. Both young and adult, they consume the same product. We don't really have music made for children or kids, and we don't really have movies or whatever made for children. It's both adults and young people consuming the same thing, and that's the danger. And so somebody who could have been seen as a celeb to maybe adults now is both a celeb to both young and the old. Mean differentiate it, because if it's Wendy Shea, everybody has to like Wendy Shea, whether young or old. And that is one thing that we've always given, we've put a blind eye to that thing. Because we've always concentrated on the fact that, oh, we are doing it to appeal to this market. They have the money, they have the financial whatever. And concentration in our. And these are some of the repercussions we are yet to see. Because we didn't actually take time to know that, we are here, we watch cartoons and we enjoy. Zengaro Production started something, and Minim Baby Akusimpo. If we had had things specifically for a certain section of people, we would have had the regulations. Because you see, it said that, oh, you should not advertise gaming in children's magazines and other things. Children's magazines, simple way, apart from Junior Graphic. Children
I mean, George says that now gaming firms will soon stop sponsoring.
Yes, it will happen.
And the industry will collapse,
even the whole FDA thing, the Aqua thing, it affected. It affected because even when you're playing adverts that their names are in, it had to be played in the night and all that. Because you couldn't talk about the product during prime time, radio or TV. And you see, I know Ghanaian celebrities, as this day has come, they will come and talk like how Logic is sitting here talking all aggressive and all that. But me, I'm daring them. They can't do anything. They will just talk like toothless bulls. They'll make noise. After 9 days, there will not be anything. I'm daring them. They should use this as a landmark, this as a case to prove to government. They were sitting here and sitting on Twitter and doing NSAS and all that. But meanwhile, you have issues here you've not been able to resolve. I dare them. They should stop barking like Bangalore dogs and then bite.
We are all big football fans, but there are some other sports that I'm personally a fan of, like tennis and basketball. Luckily, Betway mobile and online sports betting has introduced sports, casino games, bet games, and more on their platform for us to bet on. Now, from football to roulette to esports to horse racing, now we can bet, win and get paid instantly via mobile money or EFT to your bank. Just go to betway.com.gh to play today. Remember to bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway, for the love of the game, Sadiq, for the love of the game. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
Free advert to Gaming Commission.
Sadiq, let me. Would we say betting is gambling?
Yeah, I mean it is. Yeah. So
religiously, this is against.
Yeah.
You are Muslim.
Yeah.
This is against the religion as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, for
as well as the Christians.
Yeah, for the two major issues that we're discussing here, I call them betting.
Yeah.
I mean,
both of them.
Yes, my religion has a position on that.
Now, so that's why I want to ask you.
Mainly in the interest of industry, in the ways it affects the economic rights of industry. I mean, generally, I've seen people make the argument that talent should focus on a certain specific area of revenue and not the different other areas of revenue. But perhaps we have no idea how the extent to which this goes to affect even the revenues that you think the talent should focus on. So let me give you a perfect example. So when the Gaming Commission, this organization, the regulators, they keep becoming more stringent and more extreme by the day. So imagine that tomorrow, Gaming Commission will wake up and say that, okay, this advert RPM that you read and the promotion that you play on this radio station in the morning, stop playing it.
Yes, it's part of the regulations.
Yeah, I'm coming.
So now they're moving
for the alcohol. So what that does is that the revenue is not only taken from the talent, but it's taken from Hitz FM.
As
to
well.
the extent where I'm coming to the extent where Hitz FM may not be profitable enough to be actually be able to pay royalties. That's how it should be looked at. So and again, there are different major streams to talent available to talent today in the modern world and the ways music work, and all of it is but very important. One is not important over the other. So again, telling people that okay, you could stick to this or stick to that and not the entirety of it is but a very dangerous thinking. You understand? Because this is how it works. Today, when you put out the record as a talent or when you put out a movie, there are certain direct benefits from the song. So from the song exactly, directly you earn from the streams and then the royalties. But the song and your role as a musician is able to build a certain brand value for yourself that could bring in all these things. It is 360. You don't look at it from say, I want only streaming and I want only royalties. Nobody has only survived on that. That's of them. Because regardless of it, it's not everybody anyway that can make money from royalties anyway. If you do login today, if we're doing login today, login would always favor currency. People that get a lot more streams. Now, for those people that do a lot more plays, for those people that do not get a lot more plays, some of these activities of the regulators could impact industrial activities to the point where revenues to some of them like this could impact it. For example, the FDA started with the celebrities, but guess what? Now it's affected events. It's affected industrial activities. Why? Because if Guinness was used to giving us 100,000 cedis, example, for an event, because now you cannot advertise during a certain part of the day, and you cannot run the LPMs and do all the talent narratives that they will build out of it and everything, and you have a more limited exposure opportunities. Guinness then decides that, you know what, it's not worth it to pay all this 100,000 because I'm losing all these opportunities because of regulation. So you know what, I'll give you say 15,000 cedis for just the activation opportunity, which is far less than the money you need to be able to put into the event and pay all these talents that are on it. So the revenue lines that is affected for the talent is not only because of the endorsement revenue, but it's begun to affect the events and the shows, the live shows, which includes the artist shows anyway. Beyond that as well, it's begun to even affect the media houses that you want them to be able to log and pay the royalties to the point. Look, media houses today in Ghana do not even have money to pay one of the most important elements of their business, licensing. They are defaulting on the licenses.
To renew.
Year out. Recently,
the
some of them were
yeah.
shut down. So it should tell you that the basics of their essence, if they cannot even pay for it, it should tell you that they are not in a position to actually even pay royalties. Eventually, they will do better.
So one of the biggest sources of
So
revenue
when
now
you're
is from
speaking
telcos.
about this, you look at it in 360. We agree. Gambling, alcohol, they are what you call demerit goods. Demerit goods has to be regulated also because of its tendency to drive a certain disorder and drive addiction. So there's an agreement to all of us that it needs to be regulated. However, the approach is very important. Heineken and Formula One decided that once the regulation allowed it, they use Formula One drivers and leverage Formula One to advertise or push drinking, don't drive and drink narratives. You saw how they turn it around.
Yeah.
Why? Because inversely, in the same ways we all agree that celebrities or the entertainment or the creative arts industry can influence negatively, inversely, it's the same way they can influence positively as well. But it's consistently focused on the negative. So it makes the approach to regulate very some way. Because, I mean, be it as it may, as much as we are looking for the states to actively take a step in activating the industry, right? It's also important to point out that primarily it drives on private support. So look at it, the biggest commercial patrons of the creative arts in Ghana, FDA, the beverages, and then now the betting have been impacted. Now the telcos, which is the last man standing, they've been hit by so much corporate taxes to the point that one of the
Also
first
cut
things
back,
that
yeah.
they forget, it's what's it called? Is marketing, which includes all of these things. So take a look at it. Annually in Ghana, the total marketing spend, which impacts everybody, is 300 million cedis. It's not growing, and it's decreasing. So if we don't make a case,
the cake
led
is
by
smaller,
the
the people are more.
right, led by the celebrity, because every year you need to have some new ones joining in so that it goes up. The existing, there are a lot of, the biggest ones are the beverages, the telcos. Now the gamings have just entered. The banks are not leveraging the art like it used to, like it's in certain markets. You understand? So there are smaller access to our access to the funds that is needed to grow industry is but shrinking. So this is where I make the point that if you're going to if you insist that we need to regulate, then there has to be another direction to say that, okay, Gaming Commission or FDA, of all the revenues that we make in a year, because your decisions is adversely affecting a major industrial block, take a decision to say that a percentage of the revenue, say 1%, will go into, say, the Creative Arts Fund or the National Film Fund to help fund activities in the industry. Because what you're doing is that you're taking away, there's no adequate plan to give. And these things, it will come and affect even the royalties. Because like I said to you, who will pay these royalties? The people that use the music. The people that use the music, a lot of them rely on the revenues that comes from this. Today, because of the regulations that affected alcohol, Hitz FM, for instance, you can't advertise at a certain time until late.
So
whereas in the particular
not a pound per week of your
late TV viewership is higher than
So your particular revenues, where your particular revenues were hitting a particular amount of money, now is decreasing. How can you pay for all these extra services that you're planning? That's why I make the point to everybody that when we are thinking about industry, how to enable, and I remember when they started some agitations on revolutionizing the industry, I kept on telling them, think of it in 360 going forward. If you don't think of it in the
same line of 360,
you lose the plot and
Sadiq, let me go to Mr. Logic. He mentioned something that I probably would want him to expand on, which was now, okay, so the perception that we, the creative arts industry, the persons we find ourselves, have created and put out there, doesn't make it a bit even juicy for governments to look at it and consider it, to defend us. Is that something for us to also look at that can trigger such decisions to come?
Yes, it is.
To come about.
It is. We went to a particular meeting, top hierarchy meeting, and some of these concerns came up. What they said is that like you backbite yourself too much. That's what the top man said. I won't mention his name. He said we backbite ourselves too much. No. But Sadiq, but it's a factor. It's a factor. Seriously,
I was asking about it.
No, seriously. It's like me sitting down here and then probably criticizing the three music award negatively.
Logic, do you know I said that they should stop that? These people at the top, that they should stop that.
No, it wasn't an excuse the person was giving.
I don't think
it was more like a concern. Like this has been the habit of the industry.
The reason why we should encourage them on that is that politicians, even us at the top level, we disagree heavily and sharply. But every time there's a certain agreement, that certain.
I understand what you are saying, but our sector is a stealing sector.
I have a problem socially when we think that disagreeing.
No, it's not disagreeing. No, backbiting. It's more like pulling down each other. Disagreement is different. I mean, we sit down here, we disagree, we walk out and we laugh. That's different.
So the fact that somebody's pulling down does not mean that when you recognize that an industry,
the more you do that, it shows clearly that the industry is not structured. That you are not
organized. My point is that enable regardless. Okay, let me give you a fair point. Why? The parliamentarians didn't they know that people were backbiting industry when they passed film development and classification bill? Didn't they know that? Why did they pass it?
Sadiq,
when there's a call, will you say that I won't institute the National Film Fund, for instance?
I didn't even say where I was. I didn't say whether it was a political meeting. I didn't. Sadiq diverted to his favors. I didn't say whether it was a political meeting or not. I said that I was. Okay. No, I understand. I said I was in a top hierarchy meeting with some people, and there was this concern that we like backbiting and pulling ourselves over, which is true.
So what?
That's how come they don't enable us, because you're asking for enabling. How are we enabling ourselves? Between ourselves. I mean, we sit down and we backbite each other, we pull each other down. We go places and our friends' names come up. Tell you know this guy, what do you think about it? And then we break them. When you do that, they will not support the sector because you are not together. You don't have one voice. Look at this concern of the ban. Shatta spoke, I mean, you could feel from the line of conversation that they are all on the same tangent. That it's not right. It won't help us. Even Shafa said that even if he won't be affected, it will affect the generations
to come.
Mm-hmm. So we cannot sit down here and be quiet about it, whether NDC or MP. But my problem is that.
So what exactly should we do about it?
We should rise up. We should keep talking. Premier said that all they will do is talk in the next 7 days.
They will back.
But this one will not stop there. This wouldn't stop. We are talking to the.
I'm challenging them.
No, we are talking to the
This
pool.
should be the approach. I mean,
We are not interested in any demonstration because I mean we are in an election year. But we will keep talking.
Yeah.
We have to keep fighting against it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
I agree. I agree. This is. I mean, obviously talking is part of it, but again, strategically, there's a way to look at things as well. There are welfare bodies representing these various groupings. I mean, we have the Artists Guild, we've got Musica, which are all groups representing these organizations.
Creative Arts Council.
Creative Arts Council is
Well,
even
I mean, I don't know the legality at this point.
No, they are. They are beg. I've asked for that one. They said, don't go there, please. I beg you.
Sorry to bat in back.
Let me make the point. Let me make the point. That
legality of the council, they are the beg.
Tomorrow, when the bill is passed, for instance, and Creative Arts Council has that legitimacy, for instance, to pursue some of these things, maybe they could take the lead in engaging the different blocks that make decisions. Because you see, Gaming Commission, FDA, they are executing agencies under the various different policy organizations. But most importantly, the laws are made for them in Parliament. So if there's supposed to be a certain engagement, it should begin, obviously, it will begin from the supervisory ministry that will probably take it to cabinet. Because
there are executive powers that can pull down this particular law. There are executive powers. There is.
Logic, you are putting.
There are executive powers.
No, the president can't do this.
I'm not saying the president. I'm not saying the president will do that. But I'm saying that there are executive powers. I mean, there can be a change.
Yeah, I get you.
There can be a change. Yeah.
If you look at the betting commission one, the gaming commission one, if you look at it, even though they have a mandate to pursue these things, right? What they put out there was not what was really captured in the law. It's a direction from them. And because they have the legitimacy and the mandate, that's why
they made this decision.
So obviously on that particular score, that conversation can be had. But at the top level, if we are going to have a conversation that we insist that this regulation must be put in place, then there has to be a conversation on how we can replenish this particular revenue line that you're taking. Because this revenue line that's not, like I said, it's not only affecting these celebrities, it's affecting industry in general.
How did we even get here? Was there broad? There was no consultation done.
Yes.
There was no broad stakeholders consultation done.
There should be a stakeholders meeting. Yes, thank you.
It wasn't.
There should be.
Otherwise, we wouldn't have.
It's starting to know that creative arts getting massive state attention.
Yes.
Started quite recently, not more than 10 years ago.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's just been few months.
I mean, it's always been both political parties in the past. What they used to use the creative arts for was for.
But if nothing at all.
So now we are getting all this
the past 7 years, creative has been noted. I mean, when NDC,
we have always been there.
Yes, they acknowledge that.
It's beeping on the radar.
But some of these laws predated the attention that we're getting now.
Yeah.
Sure.
That is not to say that we can't pursue this. Like I'm saying,
just like how our bill has been on hold.
Yes,
they could have also put this thing on hold and get to understand and do broad stakeholder consultation before they actually.
There should be a discussion.
Are you getting the whole thing?
There should be a discussion before this is even.
Yeah.
There's something called economic right. That's why I disagreed with Amake, for instance, when she was drawing her analogy yesterday with the NSAS. Right? Economic rights obviously includes your security and your peace of mind to pursue your things. Includes a whole lot of things. So whereas in Nigeria, somebody was fighting for his security and his opportunity to go. Economic right is also a human right. So if a group or a particular industry are making a case for the non-limitation of the economic right, it is logical. Nobody should look down on the one.
Ghanaian celebrities cannot be ambassadors for alcoholic brands and now betting companies. Plus, they want to take taxes from us. It'd be easy. Wabana pa.
Daco
vibes. Yeah.
We need to keep talking. Seriously,
he said, if he also tweeted and says, did you know that as a Ghanaian artist or creative, you can't endorse an alcoholic brand or of any sort, and now betting brands either? How do we fix this? We are losing big bags.
And it's interesting to know that I saw people make the case that, because of Corona has impacted them, they are not playing gigs, it's exposing them. No. This argument has been on the books for long, as far as last year.
It's not a matter of Corona.
But most importantly, even if Corona leaves us, what makes you think that the activities or the shows that should come in for them to get extra revenue will come in when the bigger patrons, the commercial patrons that would enable us to be able to put up those shows, are now getting out of it because of the stringent regulations.
Yes. I was looking out for the meaning of celebrity, and what I got was quite fascinating. And then that brings another chat that we can have later on. That a famous person, especially in entertainment and sport,
it's impacting the industry.
We'll be looking at.
They should look at the industry. Because come from the industry.
Celebrity only focuses on what they gain, but they never think about negativity and what's killing us. And when the shade should stop, then on far bragging about court. It's come from Benetton Mayor. Kujubun says, so they can't survive without the ban. Alfred says, good work done, thank you. This is very sad for our celebrities because that will be their business deals. And from Kwesi Barrister. Okay, well, I know it's
a matter of they can't survive without the ban.
It's part of the
point I'm saying is that look, they make streams today. They're supposed to also make from royalties.
Yeah,
these royalties and live shows
are
equally impacted by these bans.
These things. So it has a ripple effect on there.
It has a cascading. It's not the direct money that comes to
we won't be able to buy Troyster roofing sheets. We won't get enough money to buy Troyster roofing sheets. Your first choice for quality and affordable color roofing sheets, Troyster, of course, circular wave. These are the different types it comes in. Of course, and a team of highly skilled estimators also offer you free and quick estimates for technical support. You can find them opposite Mile 7 Cemetery off Accra Kaswa Road, and the new branch in Kumasi, Ahenema Kokobeng near Yaz, and their numbers you can call 0302 850 802 850 802 or 0322 498 177, and you have a warranty of over 20 years. Terms and conditions apply. Troyster Roofing, your number one choice in roofing. Thank you so much. We'll still keep talking like we said we have to do. We'll keep talking until this we couldn't talk about.
No. I mean, talking at a certain point, the talking will not.
It won't solve it.
Yeah, we have to wake up.
High level
we have to wake up. Yeah.
So if we have to shut apart, this is where the musicians of the world,
all the institutions, everybody should come on.
You are close to the former president. You can. Let you also put out a statement.
I told you. I said the NDC will leverage. They will leverage on this. Sadiq said no. You mark my words. I say mark my words.
The NDC doesn't have a position on this yet. We don't on this.
They are yet considering it. They are considering
it. No, we don't.
They are considering it.
What we all agree with is that we think that the economic rights of people within the industries that we are fighting for, all the major industries that we are fighting for, should not be limited in the ways that you can create more wealth and more jobs. So if it's with that thinking, that's fine. But on this specific matter, we don't have...
It affects all of us, yeah.
Yes.
Seriously, it affects all of us. So
however, we all agree that
we
need to look at ensure that the economic rights of everybody operating in any other industry is not limited. So it can be looked at.
Sadiq.
Yeah, can I make my final comment? Yeah, tomorrow I premiere the first reggae dancehall collabo ever in Ghana between Mishasha and Miss V. And I would like to see all my brothers here pass their judgment on the song tomorrow morning. You know, it's a big song.
Oh wow!
So tomorrow that's what will happen. Tomorrow.
Oh wow! This is
the
good.
First reggae dancehall collabo between females.
And let's not forget that came from Mr. Logic.
I mean, you know what it means. I mean, there's been a high level. Fingers has entered.
DJ Black takes over.
No, seriously. Said it. Tomorrow you have to be here, please.
What time will
tomorrow in the morning.
You go campaign for.
I beg this one. I will throw fire for your back. You have to come and defend.
For
but you see, before we go, please, enough of the talks.
Let's go into action.
The actions are always we just talks. No action.
No, the conversation should continue. Seriously.
I mean, we've taken the feedback. Like I said, even though we don't have a position on
it, you pass it on to the people.
I'll speak to Mark as well. I'm sure that it's something that is also bothering him.
Yeah, Ofosu Perko says, Mr. Logic on point. This one is fire. I love him. I would love to meet him one day.
Oh, I did.
We are out of here.
This is Hitz.
DJ Black takes over. Thank you very much.